Hello, hockey fans. My name's David. I thought I would start this video recording on at 12:39 on the afternoon of Wednesday, 12th of October, 2022, North American Eastern Time. Thought I would do is make this video a response to the Wednesday morning North American Eastern Time episode of the Locked On Leafs podcast, and various comments made in response to the video posted on YouTube by that channel. Well, certainly mixed bag of comments. Just gonna see if I can get kind of a gist of those comments here. It's gonna. Alright, so it's gonna. Alright, it's gonna go to the channel itself. Alright. Alright, you just give me a moment here. Just, Alright, me just. So just gonna go to the YouTube channel and so just gonna so open the regular season. Just give me a moment here. Alright, so just gonna oops. There's a recipe for every rivalry. Oops. So that. Hey. Give me a moment there. Sorry for that. Alright, so. Oops. Oops. So. Oops. Just gonna get a sense of the comments. So I'm just gonna scroll down for some comments here. As you can see, it's a very mixed bag. Yeah, Leafs supposedly having an advantage on paper. Well, yeah. Alright, so here. So yes, the Leafs do supposedly have an advantage on paper, but we all know what happened. Well, during a back-to-back tilt, preseason games against the Red Wings, and also split squad series, game pairing played 2 weekends ago against the Ottawa Senators on the same day. One in the afternoon, one in the evening. The afternoon game was a win for the Leafs in regulation. The evening game was a loss to the Senators in regulation. Both games took place in Scotiabank Arena. So, I'd like to believe that the Leafs will not just beat the Habs on this Wednesday evening North American Eastern Time, but blow them out. I'd also like to believe that the Leafs will earn a minimum of 14 points over 10 October regular season games. We'll see what happens. Last season, the Leafs had trouble beating American teams in October, but went on a roll in November. This season, the Leafs have 10 regular season games in October. Let's see how well they do in that month. We're just going to just recap here. Just going to see what they have here. So just gonna so just gonna go to here. So these are. So I'm just gonna go up to there. As you can see, Leafs are facing a lot of Western Conference teams. Indeed, last time Leafs played an Eastern Conference team this month is the 15th of October, North American Eastern Time. It'll be against Western teams for the rest of the month. The Leafs will return to playing Eastern Conference teams in November. It'll be kind of a mix, but more Eastern Conference teams than, at least as many against Eastern Conference teams as West. And when you get to, okay, I'm just going to go to April. There'll be no game at all that the Leafs play against an Eastern Conference team. So, last season, the Habs started off October with 4 points in 10 regular season games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Hockey Guy. I'm going to go Hockey Guy, Habs missed playoffs. I'm just going to disable the audio for a moment. Just going to, alright, I'm just going to go to, so what I'm going to do is just go to video here, and you see the results. It may be hard to see, but in October the Habs took just 4 out of a possible 10 points. In November, the Habs took 8, 10 out of a possible 14. Much better, but still not very good. December, 4 points out of a possible in 9 games. So not much better than October. January, 5 points over 11 games. In February, the Habs was 10 in 9. In March, it was 14 in 15. And April was another disaster. 8 points in 14 games. So basically, October put the Habs, October took the Habs out of commission. So, what I'm going to do is look at look at how the Leafs shape up during the regular season in October. So, Leafs are playing this month, after this week, only against Western Conference teams. So, after the Leafs have played their road game in Montreal, play a home game against the Capitals, and a home game on Thursday, and a home game against the Senators. After that, next week we'll feature 3 games against Western Conference teams. At home to the Coyotes and Stars, before hitting the road to play the Jets, Golden Knights, Sharks, Kings, and Ducks. And the last 2 games of the month will be on consecutive evenings. Just going to check to see if they have a game on the 1st of November. Nope, on the 2nd of November. So, Leafs have 2 full calendar days off when they return to Toronto to host the Flyers. So yeah, the Kings and Ducks back-to-back makes sense because they'll be in the greater Los Angeles area after the Leafs pack up their skates and all equipment from Crypto.com Arena. They likely will stay at a hotel much closer to the Honda Center to get ready to play the local Ducks squad. So it's going to be east of Los Angeles. So it's not going to be too far to their hotels. But again, it's puck drop on the 29th of October will be shortly by 7:10 North American Eastern Time or so. 8:10 North American Eastern Time on a Sunday. So not quite 24 hours after they've packed up their equipment to play the playing the Kings. It'll be the Ducks. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the schedule of games to be played this week, or at least up to and including the end of the coming weekend. So, turn here on the ESPN website here. So look at the evening. Leafs and Habs at the Bell Center will feature the earlier of the two games that feature Canadian teams. We have the Canucks and Oilers later on in the evening. All right, so I'm just gonna go to here. I'm gonna go. What happens on Thursday? Okay, the Leafs are going to be in action. Just going to see here. So 13th of October, North American East time. It'll be Senators playing a road game against the Sabres. Oops. All right. A Leafs playing a home game against the Capitals. The Flames hosting the Avs, and that's it. So let's go to Friday, 14th of October. Just going to... There we go. So we're going to have the Habs playing a road game against the Red Wings. Jets hosting a home game against the Rangers. So what about Saturday? All right, there we go. We have the Canucks playing a road game against the Flyers. The Leafs hosting the Senators. The Habs away against the Capitals. And let's see if there's anything else. Oops. Alright. Just going to... I hate this here. Seems to have stopped. So what I'm going to do... Oops. Alright, so... Flames and Oilers on Saturday. Sorry for a brief technical difficulty here. Just... I thought the page had frozen for a moment here. There are no games on Sunday. So that's about it. Next week there'll probably be a lot more games, but I thought I would get back to the afternoon and see how the rest of it goes. There's no doubt whatsoever that the Leafs, that again doesn't conclude. If the Leafs start off, over their first 10 games over the regular season, put up at least 14 points, they'll be in a good position. If you put up at least 10, but not necessarily 14 or more, Leafs still have a chance. Will then likely still have a chance of qualifying for a playoff spot, and a relatively good one, if they can get on a roll in November. But let's face it, the Leafs, absolutely bomb. They earn at most this number of points among regular season games in October, over 10. Well, I'll have to be very concerned, and the season may very well be lost. We all know what happened with the Habs. That season was lost. And, let's face facts. This may very well be, for Kyle Dubas, his last kick at the can as GM. This may very well also be the last kick at the can for Brendan Shanahan, the Leafs president, from the 2014 offseason to date. Both execs should have been fired by now. But with Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment, the ownership group of the Leafs, Raptors, and a few other Ontario sports teams having chosen to keep those execs, let's face facts, those execs are going to probably stay in place at least for the rest of this month. But we'll see what happens. Because the objective has to be to win at least one playoff series. I'm not optimistic that will happen, but I definitely look forward to some entertaining hockey played by various Canadian teams. And to conclude this, I like to say, go Leafs go.